No clue?
I did everything right.
Well, I talked to you yesterday when you called me on the phone. You not gonna call and tell me you about to leave? I'm like, what you mean? What you mean? Like, I'm at Home Depot. Like, what you mean? Y'all not gonna call and tell me you gonna leave? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what did you talk about? Like, I call you sometimes to tell you I'm gonna leave, but like, if we don't have no plans, like, I don't call you when I tell me and know about to leave. Like, you can always look at my location or call me and ask me where I'm at. So I was definitely talking. And she hung up on me. I was like,
Okay, can I say something real quick? Have you ever overreacted and felt so entitled to that overreaction? And then like 3 minutes passed, you'd be like, wait, why did I feel like that was the right thing to do? Like, I didn't cuss you out.
Okay. Mine is a cuss word.
But like, I literally was. What's up, everybody? I'm Leck.
I'm Germ.
And this is another episode of Ode to Black Love podcast. First of all, I just want to say really quick, totally off script, I wasn't playing when I said we was going to start coming in here in pajamas and just casual clothes. I still have on my headscarf, and I ain't got no shame.
Hey, we chilling.
We chilling. This is us. You already know, though, before we get into today's episode, make sure you are liking, following, and subscribing to us on all social media platforms. That's at Ode to Black Love on Instagram and TikTok, then Ode to Black Love Podcast on Facebook and YouTube.
And make sure y'all get over to odetoblackLove.com. We got a couple of new shirts up. This is one of them. We got our old shirts. They got sleeves. She cut hers off. But make sure y'all go over to odetoblackLove.com. We got new merch up. We still got some shirts left from the rap party. And so make sure y'all head over there at odetoblackLove.com.
Yes. Speaking of the rap party.
It was a vibe.
It was a vibe. I mean, y'all,
it was a blast.
First and foremost, thank you to everybody who came out and supported us. That event was so fun. It was definitely one for the books. I'm not even going to tell y'all how my night ended. Just know.
She was on the garage floor, y'all. She didn't even make it in the house.
How did I end up on the garage floor between the wheel of my tire and the washing machine?
Nobody knows.
We won't ever know.
No one knows.
But it was a good time. Y'all, it was a really, really good time. Thank you so much to everybody who came out and supported us. It was so cool to meet a whole bunch of new people, but also to see our same day ones there supporting us.
Yeah, shout out T-Fresh.
I was about to say, yes, we got to give some shout outs to some people. And for starters, DJ T-Fresh.
That's my dog.
That's our guy. Like, that's real bro, big bro.
He told us he was going to set it off before, he did.
He was excited about it. We was excited about it. And he did not disappoint. He never does.
Ever.
Like, that is family, y'all. That's family for real. Anytime we can get DJ T-Fresh in the building, we gonna do it. Because
T-Fresh TV, if y'all on YouTube.
Absolutely. We gonna do it. Because that's our guy. He gonna turn us up every single time.
He said 11 o'clock he was coming through with that R&B set, the best one he had so far, and he ain't even let me down.
Can you insert videos of what the girls was doing?
Nah, I put a couple clips in here, yeah.
Because we was cutting the rug.
I put a couple clips in here.
We was acting a fool. And I blame DJ T-Fresh. I be like, that is not me. Yes, it is. It definitely is me.
That's who you want to be, yeah.
That's my alter ego. But anyway, so yes, big shout out to DJ T-Fresh. Also, we got to give a huge shout out to the folks at Kindred Spirits.
Yeah, they show love every time.
Man. One, the staff, excellent service. Thank y'all so much. But also to Quentin and Kaya. We really appreciate y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. We love our partnership. It's always a vibe. It always is good working with y'all. It's just, we never have no issues. It's always great. So thank you to Kindred Spirits.
No, I had the drinks flowing.
Probably
too much. We was drinking too much.
I blame y'all for ending up on the garage floor. Come on, Kindred Spirits. Also, got to give a huge shout out to J Red.
Yeah, shout out to J Red for the photo booth. My boy just pulled up. He told us.
What?
I thought you had something to say.
No, I'm just
He told us last year. He told us last year, like a year before that. We saw him the next night at a wedding after our first party, and he was like, "Man, next time y'all have anything, just let me know, and I got y'all."
And then he doubled down on it when we did the live interviews for what was that called?
Black Cinema, Afro
Cinema Weekend. Yeah. He doubled down on it on camera and was like, I got y'all.
We hit him up.
Yeah.
And
he had us.
Hey, photo booth looking. It was crispy. All
It
the
was-
photos was crispy.
It made me want to cry.
No,
like
yeah, he pulled up.
it was
He had
nice.
another engagement, and he pulled up on us.
Dropped
before his
it all.
engagement and came after. It's like, I got y'all. I took care of y'all. So shout out to J Rip for that.
Yes, shout out
Video
to
hero.
J-Red.
Yeah.
Book his services, videography, photo booth, hero booth, all of that, y'all. He's cold. He's family. We super appreciate you. Also, cannot forget to mention Hanks. He pulled up with the turkey legs.
Mm-hmm.
I tore up a turkey leg, and I feel like we should still.
I hit that mug at like 3 a.m. once we got
I was about to
home.
say, what happened to the rest of it? I remember eating
I hit
a
a little
good
bit
amount.
of it. Yeah, I hit a little bit when we got home. We were just so busy.
Man.
But shout out to Hanks for pulling up.
Man, the food was good. Everybody was grubbing. So thank you so much, Hanks, for pulling up on us. Then also,
Our guy Jordan. Thank you
Family.
for the video. He took care of the camera. We was trying to record and do all this other stuff. He pulled up, just took it out of Alexa's hands.
he said, "Yeah, I got this." And I remember he had to do something. Y'all know Jordan. If you know Jordan Broyles, you know he know everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he was going around saying his pleasantries, and I'm recording. I'm having a good time with the camera. He's like, "I'll take that."
Yeah, took it right off our hands.
All right, bro. Took it off
yeah.
my hands. Me and Jeremy were able to enjoy the night, and he was
Didn't even have to
literally
think about it.
recording the vibe. And if y'all haven't seen the recap video, go to his page, because there's literally a recap video of the event on his page. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I think we might put it on our TikTok or something. But
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, it was a spectacular video. Lastly, I want to say shout out to my little sis. Shout out Drea, my little sister.
Come
helped
on,
us.
sister.
You know, she helped us sling the merch because everybody that was grown was out there partying. So
Yeah,
it was like,
yeah.
we need somebody that ain't partying and sling the merch and handle the money. So shout out to you, young
And
Drea.
I want to say, like, young Drea, she came through for us. She had a long day of
she had
softball and just a whole bunch of
all
stuff she had to
day.
do.
She had tournaments.
And she brought me the earrings I had on, and she made sure she was there to help take the money, and we sold some shirts. And yeah, so thank you, little sis. We appreciate you.
No, yeah. Shout out to anybody that we missing too. Like, shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. What makes our stuff special to us is that people just pull up and have a good time, and y'all definitely did that. Y'all showed out, dancing. Like I said, I probably already put the video in. Dancing, we had
Cutting up.
I mean, a blast.
And we, like you said, like, what makes it so special is we just come together and just be loose, but not like loose in like a bad way, but just like we just
laying
be
down.
vibing. Like,
Ain't no, I mean, it'd be a few wallflowers, but ain't too many wallflowers at our events.
Yeah.
Like, we actually, it'd be like old school.
we say
Like,
yeah.
how you imagine like our parents' events,
Yeah,
when they used to
Freaknik.
still
No,
dance.
I'm just
No, ain't no freaking. But how they used to like dance, people get out there and dance. Me and Alexis can't dance for sure.
But we be out there.
But we be out there,
The
and other
main
people be doing the
ones.
same one. We'd be out there looking crazy, but I think we'd be setting the tone because like if they can get out here and look at ass,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I can get down there.
because I'd be looking like I got a stick up my joint, but hey,
And my twerk is not really a twerk, but my baby like it, so that's what it is.
We out there.
Also, I didn't put this down, but I want to give a shout out to my mom. Her birthday was the day before
yeah, the day before.
the party, and she came to the party, and we were able to sing her happy birthday. But not just that. If y'all met my mama, or if y'all seen my mama, y'all know she was out there cutting up. And a few people was like, man, when I saw your mama out there, I was like, oh yeah, it's lit.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to my mama for bringing the vibes, like not being like a wallflower. She gonna get down there.
She got down.
She got down
She
there.
was cutting up.
Cutting up, absolutely. Anyway, well, thank y'all so much for showing up to the rap party. Every year it's a vibe. Next year, y'all know we're going to run it back. So just be prepared. It's going to be a vibe. Can't tell you too many more details, but we just know it's
Yeah, maybe
gonna be
bigger and
lit.
better. Who knows?
maybe bigger and better, maybe the same vibe. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. But if y'all were listening last week, y'all know, not last week, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, last episode.
Last episode, thank you. Y'all know we kind of switched it up a little bit. So each episode that's Jeremy and I alone, is that what we'll call it? Like
Oh yeah, our episodes. Yeah,
each episode where you just see me and Jeremy,
just OBL.
they will be structured a little bit differently. So we'll start with housekeeping, which was what we just did, but then we'll also get into a segment we're calling Good News. After the Good News segment, we'll get into the topic of the day, and then we'll close it out with a Sweet and Salty. We keeping the name Sweet and Salty for now, but if y'all got something,
we ain't got no good recommendations so far. So.
ain't got nothing. So if y'all got something to replace Sweet and Salty, let us know. Essentially what that segment will do is unpack something good that happened in our marriage And then something that was not so good that happened in our marriage since the last time y'all seen us. So we'll go ahead and hop right into the good news. And
Hey, you heard about the good news?
And I'm super excited to share this because I just found out about it today.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to him. I just looked it up today. Okay. But y'all, did y'all know her has been casted in ABC's upcoming special Beauty and the Beast?
Okay. It's for the live action?
So it's a live special, and it's going to be airing on December 15th, and will be available on Disney Plus the next day. But she will be starring as Belle in Beauty and the Beast.
Is that like the main character? You know, I watch a lot of Disney movies, but that ain't one that stuck with me.
Now, Belle.
That's the main...
She's the main character. Gotcha. And what I love so much about this is
that's the one who was dating the Beast.
Exactly. Okay. What I love about this, though, is like black women been deserving their flowers. Mm-hmm. We've been deserving our flowers.
Did one of the sisters, did they ever get to do the mermaid? Haley?
Yeah, I was thinking
which
about
one
that
is
today,
Did she ever get to do the mermaid?
She's the mermaid. I don't know when the movie's coming out. I'm going to have to look into that.
Is it a movie or was it the live action?
No, it's a movie. Like, she's actually in the movie.
Oh.
Matter of fact, I say that. Let me Google real quick.
Look it up.
Let me Google.
Are you even on the internet?
I am, babe. Okay. Hold on. What is her name? Halle Bailey?
Yeah. Oh, I don't be knowing which name is which. But yeah, I mean, that's what's up, though. Like, just seeing black women on TV, and that's on network TV, that's on ABC, that's on Disney. So that's beautiful. I mean, because it seemed like we had Brandy way back in the day, and then it was like nobody for a long time.
Oh, I put Halle Bailey, Beauty and the Beast. It's not Beauty and the Beast, it's Little Mermaid.
But yeah, I felt like we had Brandy back in the day, then it was like nobody for a long time.
Yeah, that's all we had.
And now we kind of getting them back rolling. So that's what's up.
So I think it's expected. So based on Google, I think it's coming out in 2023. The Little Mermaid.
So it's a movie.
It's
she the
a
voice?
movie.
Is that like they reanimating?
No, I think it's gonna be live action. I mean, not live action, but it's gonna be like her actual being. I got
you. Okay.
Anyway, shout out to her, but also I said shout out to her, but I meant shout out to Halle, but also huge shout out to her. Just because, like I said, black women, we've been deserving our flowers, and to see us finally being casted in roles like that is phenomenal, one. And then two, representation matters.
No, yeah, I bet it's cool to be like a little black girl or whatever, and you can look on TV and somebody look like you.
Yes.
You know?
Especially like you said, what we had was the Black Wizard of Oz, and the Oz, and that had Brandy, but that was really kind of all we had until Princess and the Frog.
She was Cinderella, Brandy.
What did I say she was?
Wizard of Oz.
Who was in Oz?
That was on with Michael Jackson.
Brandy wasn't in it.
I mean, y'all tell us. I don't think so.
Okay, well,
I'm pretty sure the Oz was like, that's when they had like.
You're right. Okay,
but I don't know. They could have made another movie. I'm not the big like Disney movie buff. Because they could have made another one, but I don't remember. Because I thought
Brandy worked with Whitney Houston. Or not Whitney Houston. No, she did. She did. Look at us. Y'all, don't be mad at us. We do know our Black history. Brandy had to be in the... No, she wasn't in the Oz. But I thought she...
Maybe she was in the Muppets version? Maybe. I don't know.
Brandy in the Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
No, Shanti was in the Muppets version.
Baby, it was... I thought Brandy...
No, we can't spend all day on it. If y'all know, hit us.
Yes, please let us know. Clearly we don't know. Regardless, what I'm saying is all we had was Brandy in Cinderella. But we didn't have nothing after that until The Princess and the Frog. Let me see what it says. You still looking. Anyway.
It's 01. So, yeah, she was in something. Off to Meet the Wizard or something.
Thank you. I know she was in something. Regardless, she was all we had. And so to see now we have Halle Bailey, and then we also have her. Like, this is just big to me. Like, Black girls finally getting to see themselves in these roles, knowing that it's attainable is pretty awesome. And so shout out to her. That's the good news for the day.
Maybe she can replace Moana in the crib for a little bit.
Father, please, because we so sick and damn tired of Moana.
My boy Dwayne Johnson be getting hella...
Maui. No, he don't even talk that.
You're welcome.
I was about to say, but I used the high-pitched voice for Noah, and he don't got it.
Yeah, he got a little raspy voice.
I want to listen to Maui. Like, God, dog, son. Anyway, so that's the good news. Shout out to her. Can't wait, y'all. Again, it's airing on December 15th, and it'll be on Disney Plus the next day. But y'all, make sure we out supporting her because that's going to be phenomenal.
If y'all got any good news, we're going to be trying to do this segment often, so we might need some help. So if y'all got any good news, it could be local, it could be, worldwide, big picture. Just send it to our email, info@odetoblacklove.com. And we can get on here and share those stories, even if it's something personal. Maybe
absolutely. We want to highlight good news, regardless of what it is.
Yeah, somebody graduated college or something. You a loyal listener or something?
Especially graduation season. We want to get everybody in there, and we can put graduation pics, like
whatever. We want to show love to our people,
100%. Anyway, speaking of graduation, shoot, let's talk about it. So today's topic is school days.
Yep.
Literally school days. So as y'all know, we recently posted some pictures of me and my master's.
Go to the Instagram and you can see it.
Absolutely. We posted pictures in me and my regalia. Is that what it's called? I think it's called.
Shit.
In my cap and gown, in my hood. Yeah, because I finally captured the pictures of me in my master's attire.
Yep.
So
2 years later.
I was just about to say. So just to give y'all some history on it, in December 2019, at 36 weeks pregnant, I completed my master's in human relations from the University of Oklahoma.
No, it was a couple days from coming.
Literally, like I was big and pregnant. I finished my last class and. Not to boast, but I finished with a 4.0. Like, I had a 4.0 throughout my collegiate master's career, and I was just super proud of that. And when it happened, I remember talking to Jeremy like, I'm not walking. And he's like, I think you should. I'm like, nah.
I thought it would have been cool to see her walk while she was pregnant. Just to show, like, she did it while she was pregnant with Noah.
Looking back on it, I don't want to say I regret not walking. But I regret not walking.
Yeah, because I regret not walking.
I regret not walking because
you thought you was gonna do it in May.
Absolutely. So I told Jeremy I wasn't gonna walk in December because I felt just too big and pregnant, and I was like, but I will walk in May.
We all know what happened in March 2020.
Then 2020 comes. So I have Noah on his due date, December 30th, and then March 2020 happens, and we are hit with the pandemic. And then May 2020, all graduations are canceled. And then I think December 2020, they maybe had a few graduations, but it was another surge, and so I wasn't doing it. And so the more time passed, like I would try to look into walking and seeing, but I just never did it. Like
time just kept passing.
It just was never a right time to try to walk. And I think even in 2021, they offered to let people walk, but I still wasn't. I didn't do it. Like, I just didn't do it. And I thought I was okay with that decision. Like, I remember thinking, like, oh, well, like, whatever. I got the degree. That's all that matters. I got the degree. But I ain't gonna lie. Like, I felt like we just never celebrated.
Yeah, we never really got a chance to celebrate. Because, like, you graduated. Noah came literally right after.
Yeah.
And then we was like, okay, we're not going to celebrate it because we're going to do it in May. And then the pandemic hit, so we never ended up doing anything for the next year. And then it was like, well, shoot, like time just kept passing. It's like that joint like a year and a half ago.
And it's like
she never ordered a cap
I never
and
ordered
gown,
nothing. Yeah. So
a diploma just came in the mail just one random day. It was like, I guess we got
congrats.
Yeah.
Like, not that that's what you said, but that's kind of how it felt. It just was like
it just kind of got breezed over. We never really got a chance to
celebrate it. And when I think back on that time, like so regardless of if I was okay with walking or not, like I don't think I ever really like basked in the accomplishment myself. So regardless of anybody else celebrating me, like I didn't celebrate me. I was focused on bringing a kid into this world. So like throughout that last year of grad school, I got pregnant. My auntie passed away, so we had to bury my aunt. I celebrated. We did a baby shower. We did a gender reveal. Like it was just really nothing for me in this accomplishment.
Yeah. Like I said, it just kept getting glossed over.
And it was like, okay, I completed, yay, go leg. But then it's like, let's prepare to bring a baby into this home. And so like that last month, we putting the finishing touches on like the nursery, and we just doing everything for that big milestone, and nothing really for me.
Yeah.
And so it was tough because it was like I felt like I shouldn't care about celebrating because I had the degree. But on the other side, it just felt like I just never really got to enjoy the moment and the success. Especially because, like, I worked hard to get that master's degree with the 4.0. Like, spoiler alert, I had never gotten a 4.0 in my collegiate career.
Did you have it in high school?
Probably a semester or two, but I didn't have it throughout high school. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I never made bad grades, but like, I didn't care about stuff like that. But I really wanted to prove to myself what I was capable of. And I did that, getting my master's, even throughout all of the journey. So let's backtrack a little bit. When I decided to go to grad school, it was...
Were we married?
No, it was fall 2017. So we had just got engaged. We lived together. We had just got engaged in May, and I was like, okay, I'm going back to school. I remember Jeremy like, bet, okay, cool, like whatever. Like,
we had no kids and nothing, so
it was just us. We was living in an apartment downtown. That was the life. That was the life. We was good.
I wasn't going to school.
He said, ain't got shit to do with me. No. But
for real. Hey, that's how you want to spend your time?
So be it. And so I decided to go back in spring of 2018, and we were planning a wedding. So we planned a wedding 2017, 2018. We had the wedding in summer 2018. I took the summer off. So I went the spring semester. I took the summer off to have my bachelorette party as well as to get married, have our honeymoon.
Yeah. And I guess, not to cut you off, but so people know, like, she wasn't going a lot. She had a pretty flexible program.
Absolutely.
So, would you do, like, all day on the weekends, most classes, if it wasn't online? Absolutely.
So, one, shout out to the University of Oklahoma and their Masters in Human Relations. I think Eric Soiree is still the director or the chair of that program. I don't know what to call it, but it was definitely a flexible program. But what I mean by flexible is that my classes were online and they were also on weekends. But those weekends, they were no joke because it would be all day on the weekend.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I did that. And then we got married. We had a honeymoon. And then I went back in the fall. And again, online and weekend classes. I never did anything during the week because I just knew that it wasn't going to be good for me. And so...
she made it look easy. It might not have been, but she made it look easy.
It was a lot of papers. But I loved it so much because it was really good, like, information. Like, I'm passionate about my career. And so it was just good information pertaining to my career. So I enjoyed it. And then, so that was spring. That was 2018. So 2018 was cool. But then 2019, went back to school. And then in April, towards the end of that semester, found out I was pregnant. And it was like, shit.
Yeah.
Shit. If y'all listened to episode 1, y'all know,
it wasn't playing.
Big homie Leck was not happy to be pregnant.
She wasn't happy. So
I went through some depression. I took summer classes though. Still, so I'm in my first trimester, and then in August I lose my aunt, and so that was very traumatic for me because I had never really lost. I shouldn't say I have never. I had lost. I hadn't lost anyone in a while, so I lost my dad in 2009, and so like between 2009 and 2019, 10 years, I hadn't really experienced any loss. And so when that happened, it's very close on. It was just very traumatic. But I'm pregnant. It's just a lot like going on. But anyway, so we bury my aunt. We do all of that. And then we got baby shower, and then we got gender reveal, then we got baby shower, and just got all this stuff that we doing. And I finally ended up graduating, which was like a weight off my shoulders. But we never really we just never got around to celebrating it, like I said. So I felt bad for wanting to celebrate it because it was like, why do you want to celebrate it? You got the degree. Like, I don't know, it just felt like very, I don't want to say materialistic. What's the word I'm looking for? Vain?
It's kind of selfish.
Selfish or something, I don't know. But the reality is it's not. Like, I did that. Like we should have celebrated. I should have allowed myself to celebrate it. But then again, we know the pandemic came, all that stuff ended up happening, and it just never happened. So
yeah, and it was an interesting time for me too, because it's like, I want to like plan something for you, but then it's like, I mean, the more time went on, it was like, I'm like, who do we invite, and then what do I like tell them? It's like we celebrated Alexis that graduated like a year and a half ago.
yeah,
So it was like interesting. I'm like, how do I like
yeah.
go about this? And then it's like, do I do it like on like her birthday? Like, no. Do I like want to step on some? Then it's like, okay, graduation time is rolling around. It's like, do I want to step on somebody else's graduation to celebrate her graduation that happened a year and a half ago? And I got like my siblings was graduating high school and stuff at the time. It was interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an interesting time. It was like, for me as a spouse, because like I wanted to do something, but it's also like, I don't know, I just got in my way, like, because I was like, it didn't go like how it was supposed to go.
Absolutely.
Like, if you would have just walked in December or walked in May, it was like, cool. It's just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Graduation party, let's celebrate, blah, blah, blah. But then it's like, okay, like, for me, it was like, okay, how do I want to celebrate it, but then it's like, how do I celebrate it without it being like, just out of place and out of context? Because it was like, okay, like, ooh, we have a party for this, and then it's like, okay, let's take some time. It's like, ooh, here's Alexis, diploma, and it's in a, in a case or whatever, and it's like, Alexis graduated a year ago. Let's celebrate, woo!
And I'll say though, like, that was definitely a point of contention in our relationship, because I wanted, without communicating, I wanted him to celebrate me. He had the thoughts of doing it, but I had never really vocalized like, babe, I want to do this. But I kind of expected you to. Mm-hmm. And so it was very interesting because there was some frustration like with you for not celebrating it, but I never communicated anything to you. So it was interesting, like, because I had no real right to be upset or anything about it because I never voiced you. I know if I had said, Jeremy, I want to do this, you would have said, we doing it then. It wouldn't have been as much confusion, in my opinion, for you on how to do it.
Maybe. Like I said, yeah, like we was like, all right, let's go into it and plan this thing.
Absolutely, for this, yeah. So anyway, so it was definitely like interesting because like you said, like time just continued to pass and it was like, what do we do it for? Like when? It just was, it was odd. But finally, this 2022, we had a conversation about it. I was like, man, like I feel some type of way about not celebrating it or something like that. Like I mentioned it to you, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, you had been talking about ordering your cap and gown, and then I was like, bro, it's like you still haven't. She wanted to at least take pictures.
Yeah,
and she would never order her cap and gown. I'm like, order it. We can't do nothing till you order it.
Yeah,
like order it.
And it became a demand. So it wasn't like, oh, I think I want to order it, because that's how conversations begin. It was like, oh, I want to order it, and you're like, okay, babe, order it. But then it was like, order your cap and gown. Did you order your cap and gown?
Yeah, because I don't want this to be on me no more.
Yeah.
It's not on me that we didn't take the pictures or celebrate it. Like, at this point, it's on you. Like, get your stuff. So we get these pictures out the way before they never happen.
Absolutely.
And you be sad that it never happened.
Facts. Yeah. And so I finally ordered it, which I needed that push 100%. So we finally ordered it, and we took the pictures. Because I shouldn't say because. We took the pictures to honor that moment, but also to kind of share this journey that we've been on since 2018 between us, our relationship, and school.
No, yeah.
Like, it's just been an interesting journey. So we thought that the master's was the end of it.
No, yeah. School has been a journey from us from the beginning. Like, it's crazy because, I guess there's only been like I guess a year, maybe a year and a half that we've been together and not been
2
in school.
Well,
I'm talking about in school, period.
2019 was the end, so 2020 and 2021, and then you started 2022, yeah.
So what we trying to get to is like, okay, she finished herself. We finally are celebrating her, and it's like, I'm back enrolled in school. So I was in school starting in January, but I'm finally back at like university level. I took some like community college stuff and got that stuff knocked out of the way. So I'm finally back at university level. Like, y'all think I'm crazy. Like, I'm just now getting back to university level. I got like 100
But why are you just now getting back to? I was just about to say, why are you just now getting back to University level.
So my story goes is like I went to college out of high school. I just went to OU. I just was not mentally ready to go to college. I had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of family stuff going on, a lot of personal stuff going on. I just kind of got like depressed, so I just kind of dropped out. And so then I went to community college after that, but I was still depressed and trying to figure my way out and stuff. So I just basically just flunked out of community college. Like I left OU with like a 3.0 at minimum, and I went to community college and just started flunking because I just wasn't going to class and stuff like that. It's like that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And then I kind of was
dragging
my feet out. Like I was still going to school, but I think I was dragging my feet. And then we got together, and then you told me like, you don't have to go to college if you don't want to.
Right. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Like, why are you like keep doing this? And I'm
like, sorry. I guess my perspective was like, why are you going to school and not doing good when you could just not go to school? Like, who the fuck telling you to go to school? You got, yeah.
So she finally told me like, you don't have to go to school, and I was like, that never really like was an option. So it was like, cool, like I'm not going to school. So I stopped going to school. 2000. What was that? 2000. We got together in 2014. So I stopped going to school in 2014.
Yeah.
And then I started going to school back again in 2016, I think, because I changed my major.
No. It was 2015.
15? Okay, yeah.
January 2015.
So I was like, okay, like I think I know what I do now, what I want to do now. So I went back to school, and I got 1 credit away from getting my associates.
No, let's be clear. I think you were done getting your associates, but you never applied for the graduation. And so when it was time to apply for it, they said they changed the curriculum or they changed the degree.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And you had to take one more class.
Yes. And I was like, well, shit, I didn't even want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't want to do that no more. So, like, I'm not going back because, like, what's the point?
And I was on his head a little bit about that. Like, baby, just get it.
It was really dumb.
Like, just get that, do the 1 credit and just.
It was 1 class. It was really dumb. I should have went back and did it. But I was like, whatever, I'm not doing it.
So, again, just to be clear, he had completed an associate's.
Yeah, I had.
In environmental science.
Yeah. And I had started getting better grades and stuff. I wasn't flunking out.
Yeah, was doing good in school.
Like, yeah, I was doing good. Like, you know, I was.
Enjoying it for a while there.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I was going through some stuff. I kind of psyched myself out.
You just didn't want to do it. You had a. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was like I had a safer. I felt like I had like a safer option.
Yes,
but,
there we go.
Like I had a safer option. It's like, okay, I can do that, but I got a safer option that's like more, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so I just started working again for the next couple of years. I guess how many years was that? 16.
That
so
was
next 4 years.
That was 16. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next 4 years, I just worked. I just thought I wanted to like be just on my own company,
a franchise owner.
Yeah, on my own company, and it was going that way. It was smooth, and then I'm
still
like,
could have been going that way.
Still can,
yeah. So
still can. It's not over yet, but I'm like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. Essentially, you know.
Yeah.
I kind of got presented like a purpose. I started going to therapy and stuff, and then I was like, I really like, you know, I feel like it's natural. I feel like this is what I want to do. So I started going back to school in January. I decided in like December. I told Alexis like mid-December. And
you decided in November, but yeah, you told me in December, I believe.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was late. It was late.
It was very late. Yeah.
I enrolled right away because I took an intercession class and all kinds of stuff. So I enrolled right away. And so I completed like, I guess, 30 hours the first half of the year? Was it? I guess between January and the end of summer, I think it was either it was 24 or 30 hours worth of school.
It was a lot.
Yeah, whatever. I just get my associates. That's all I needed to get my associates with that. Like I have so many credits.
And to be clear, to get his associates in another degree.
Oh yeah.
So like,
because I never graduated with that other one, so technically I never applied for graduation. So I still hadn't had.
So he has, which maybe I don't know if you want to share this, but like, you got architecture credits. Yeah. You have environmental science credits.
And I got psychology credits.
And now that I think about it, I be wondering why you the jack of all trades, but like you kind of.
I didn't hit a lot of different stuff.
You didn't hit a lot of
stuff. But this is the last one, I promise you. If this don't work, I'm
not mad about it.
I ain't doing it again.
I'm not mad about it, but yeah.
But yeah, so I finally got a piece of paper. I did all of that school before. Like I said, I got like 100 credits right now. It's like, damn, I'm not, you know. Like, that's crazy. Like looking at my transcript, I got a lot of credits, and I ain't even like I should be going into my last little bit, you know. But so I finally transferred to university. I'm gonna start my first day tomorrow. I guess we're recording this on Sunday, the 21st. Yeah, and so my first day at university will be tomorrow. So it's kind of like coming full circle. I haven't been at university level since 2012. So it's been 10 years almost since I've been at university level.
You said almost. It's exactly.
It's 10 years since I started college at OU the first time. So it's like I'm back again. And it's like, wow. Yeah, we're here again.
Yeah,
it's like crazy.
How does
it's like
that feel?
Full circle. I don't know. I ain't really had a chance for it to sit in. I think I'll be a little nervous because like my life was like so trash when I did it the first time. So it's like, I mean, this time around should be much better. Like I said, I've pretty much gotten. I mean, my whole like way I approach school and stuff like that is totally different, and I have purpose and stuff like that.
Listen, and I want to just shed a little bit of light on how my baby approaches school from my perspective. He plays no games.
No.
He gonna get he gets his homework done well in advance. Like, he takes school so serious, and it's beautiful from my view because it's like thinking about all the things I did in undergrad and like how it was very accidental. Did not make the grades I should have made, but to see him know what he wants to do, know his passion, to specifically curate your schedule around what you know for sure you want to do is very intentional, and I love it. And I share this with him, and you know, it's of course easy for me to say because I'm on the other side of it, but a part of me is like, I feel like you shouldn't go to school until you know exactly what you want to do. Because my journey has been completely different. I went to school to get a bachelor's in business, and I'm like, I'm gonna open a business, I'm gonna do marketing, I'm gonna do this. Did not do that. Then I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I did not. And so it was just a constant evolution of what I wanted to do and a lot of debt. Whereas to now, you like got your eyes on the prize and you know exactly what you want to do and you're very intentional about which classes you want to take because you know your end goal. So I, from my view, think it's completely beautiful to just have an intentional approach to school versus like what you want to do?
Yeah. Right.
Business. I'm going to own a business. Like, girl, you don't got to go to the Spirit School of Business to own a business.
No,
like,
it's
be intentional.
Interesting. Like you said, because I feel like at first I was like, when I went to college, I was like, you got to go. But I'm like, that gap year, I mean, if you take a gap year, ain't nothing wrong with taking like a gap year. Cause I think it's like big. I think my whole situation would be different if I took a gap year. Because like, especially I came from a small high school, y'all. I graduated with like 60 people, 60 to 65 people. No more than 70 for sure. And then I have a lecture with 100 and something people in it. You know what I'm saying?
One class,
a lecture with 100 and something people in it. And it's like, that's just a big like culture shock, a big change. And it's like, I had a lot of shit going on in my life too.
I was about to say, not just a whole bunch of people, but a whole bunch of people who didn't look like you.
Oh, yeah, I went to like an all-black high school too. So it was like, it was just finding my place. And as a person that's like an introvert at a big school, you know, like I said, I had a lot of stuff going on in my life at that time, like a lot of stuff, like personal stuff. It's like, I should have probably took the year off instead of feeling forced to go. But, I mean, I did it. I'm here. Like I said, it kind of led us together. So that's what's up. Like I said, I'm a little nervous. I always have like this self like doubt shit that creep in my head. It's like, can you do it? That's what I've been fighting through the past like couple weeks, couple days or whatever. Cause like, all right, like I'm starting to like take these upper level classes and it's like, I know that I'm smart enough. Like part of me knows that I'm smart enough. Then it's the other part of me is like, what if you're not? You know, it's like, I mean, I know I am, but it's like, I still fight with it. What if I'm not? Like, and then that's where I go into my over preparation stage. Like when you said like how I'm like get my homework done early and stuff like that. That's like just me like over preparing because I'm not overly sure of myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm not overly sure. Like I don't know if I can do it. You know, or whatever. Because it's like I've been so removed from school, and then it's like I don't really just have like confidence like that because like I definitely like dropped out before. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just don't know if I have the confidence, even though like I've only had like A's since I started back going to school. But it's like still a part of me is like if I don't stay on top of it, I'm just like slip. I was talking about that in therapy the other day. Like, like sometimes it's like that's what like almost like fear be driving me sometimes. It's like fear of like failing or something like that is what drive me instead of like actually just like enjoying the process. It's like I'll be thinking like, all right, like I can't get a bad grade because then like what if I start sliding? You know what I'm saying? Like, or what if this bad grade is like, what if I get a bad grade and I'm actually trying? Like that's what's scary. That's what's scary to me right now. It's like I actually put in a lot of effort and get a bad grade. I would just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how I would rebound from that. You know, because it's like.
Do you ever think about like, but what happens if you get a good grade?
No, because like that's the problem. Because like that'd be like the expectation. You know what I'm saying? Like I set high expectations for myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like my expectation is this high. So whenever you don't reach that standard or whatever, it's
what
like.
You mean though? What standard?
Like if I want to get an A. So it's like I set a high standard. Like I guess because you set a high standard, you don't really get to like bask in it or celebrate or enjoy it because you like that's what I'm supposed to do.
I guess
versus like like if you set the goal at like a B or something like that and you get an A, you like turn to.
Well, my thought is, I guess what I was trying to say is like reframing the thought from like what happens if I don't get the grade I want to, but what happens if I do get the grade I want. I know for me that is like something that I'm trying to do. Do I do it all the time? No, but just like reframing that thought from like what if I do it right. But I think another thing you should think about is you're not who you was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, not only are you not who you were when you were a freshman in college, you're not going through the same stuff that you was going through. But on top of all of that, you have a wonderful wife. But for real, though, you have, like, you just have a support system that's a bit different than what you had before. So, like, it is very possible that you will try very hard in a class and it still doesn't result in an A. It may result in a C, but like you still gonna graduate. You still gonna get across the stage. So it's like just being okay with knowing you tried your best. And one thing I know is that you gonna give it your best. Like if you ever questioning if you giving it your best, I'll make sure to affirm that you are because I see the work that you constantly put in when it comes to school, your grades, like. You take the shit serious.
No, I do.
Like you take it serious.
I think that's be the difference too, because like I mean I really like take it serious, and so it's like I really try to learn the material. But I mean I'm excited. We'll see tomorrow. Like I said, it's gonna be interesting because I've only been like taking a lot of my classes online, and so another thing is like I'm like 28 now. You know what I'm saying? It was just like crazy. It's like I look back to how old I was when I went to school, or people I'll be going to school with, 20, 21. Of course, there's going to be people in there that's going to be my age, too. But it's like, damn, like, I'm in here, like, these cats younger than my siblings. My siblings' age. So it's, like, just interesting to be back on campus and stuff and just kind of getting to soak it in. I think after the first couple of days, I'll be, like, settled in. But it's, like, just getting back to, like, being on campus and walking through campus and being, like, all right, like, wow, like you really a college student again, and just.
I feel like I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm so excited because this is a big milestone, and it's maybe that's why you're more nervous because you know like this is a big milestone and you just don't want to mess it up. But it's like I'm excited because I know you gonna do good, and we setting you. I say you are setting you up, but we as a couple, as a family are setting it up to where like. It hopefully is as worry-free as possible as it pertains to your family. So I'm super excited.
Y'all probably hear us come on here talking about some scheduling stuff because it's about this over the next like year to 2 years. It's gonna be a lot of different scheduling changes and just people having to hold it down, holding it down, and not as much free time because I'm trying to like take more like. Evening classes, so I don't have to be off of work as
I just
much
got one request.
Like what's up?
Just one.
What's up?
Continue to slang that dick, boy. Continue to slang that dick, boy, and we good. No, I mean, even if it fall off a little bit, whatever. But no, for real. I ain't gonna have no complaints. I cook and clean and wash everything. Smile and grin. Hand my man the pen so he can do their homework, paying all our bills.
Nah, but for real. But that is a big thing too, because I make it a big deal to like spend a lot of time with you and Noah and stuff like that. And it's like I'll a little bit less time, but it's not like I haven't been doing school, so it's not gonna be nothing crazy. But I'll be on campus more and doing stuff like that.
I'm kind of happy that I'm kind of happy that we started with like the community college because that was a culture shock. Like you going back to school and not being available was a big change. But now with this, it's like, and now that I know how committed you are to school, like I'm like with you going in person Monday and Wednesday. Damn, I'm telling you your schedule. My bad.
Don't be looking for me.
But with you going to class in person on those days, I already know in your gaps you're gonna be doing your work. Like it's just gonna be reallocating time. It's not necessarily gonna be like you not available, but it's just like, okay, the time that maybe you would have been in the back of the office doing your homework is like you not actually there. But that means the time that you are there, a lot of it will be able to be spent the way we want to spend it. So I'm super excited about it. We talked about this in therapy, but it was what did we say? It was the mandatory structure versus the self structure that we had
like
to create.
Invisible like boundaries.
Absolutely. Now we got actual boundaries. Like I can't get mad or I can't feel no type of way that Jeremy in the back doing homework and I'm just blah, blah, blah. Because the reality is Jeremy's not in the back doing homework. He's at school. And what can you change about him being at school? But one thing I did want to talk about is like the difference between me going back to school in 2018 and you going back to school a few years later. Because life was completely different.
When you got a kid, it's all different.
It's all different.
Yeah, it's all different.
And when I think back on that journey, I feel a little bit of a ways about myself. I know whatever is different. We had a kid, but like when I decided to go back to school, it was like just 100% support. Like you mentioned earlier, like that's what you want to do, like whatever. Not that you were like I don't care, but it was just like the space to do that. And I feel like when you decided to go back to school, I don't feel like I really gave. I mean, I gave you the space. I was excited about it, but it was like when the time actually came and you were gone and you just needed to like refocus. Like, I just didn't give you the space that I wish I would have gave you. Like, I had expectations and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was an interesting time
self-centered.
because that was like the first time where I was like, okay, like I can't give y'all like my 100% attention right now. And so it was like, it was just learning out the process of like, okay, like I'm not going to be totally available or like, okay, like I'm going to be under stress. Cause at that time, like I had took on like a really like an insane
that
amount
was
of
ridiculous.
Yeah,
it was like 18 hours at one time, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was like, I took on an insane amount of work and it was like early, I guess I took like a 2-week intercession or something like that.
And then went straight into like
I took
15 hours.
Yeah, like I took like a 2-week intercession class that I would have like 4 tests a day or something crazy like that. You know?
Yes, that's what it was.
It was like 4 tests a day or a test every night. So I took a chapter test every night.
Yes, that's what it was.
So it was like I was dealing with, so I had to do all my homework, read the chapter, do all my homework, and take a test every day.
And that's what it was.
Yeah.
The 2-week intercession overlapped with the first week of school.
So I had that class.
So for 1 week, I believe.
It was 1 week where I had all of that going on at once. So I had,
oh my gosh.
Because I did like fast track classes. So I did 8-week classes, period. So those classes moved fast as hell because I was trying to get all my credits in. So I would take a lot of classes, 8-week fast track, you know. So I have a lot of tests and stuff like that. So I took those, and then I had that 2-week one where I would have a test every night, and then I stacked those on top of it. So I was just like trying to do family stuff, trying to be there, and then she was like, go to, you know, we just kind of learning. She was like, go to the back. I'm like, I don't want to go to the back.
Because I'm loud. Me and Noah just,
learning like boundaries or what's, you know, like she was trying to tiptoe around. I'm like, you don't have to tiptoe around. And she's like, well, you doing this? And like I said, we kind of had got into it and blew up. So that's what she's talking about, like space and boundaries. And like, it was like frustrating at first, but once we got past that.
Yeah, it was good.
Like I said, I was just like, just give me a week. And she couldn't give me a week. But we got through that week.
I mean, and it's interesting because it's like, I guess I just didn't know what like it would look like. So it just was a just complete change. And I don't know. Like it was a complete change. One, we had, you know, Noah. Noah was 2. And so it just was like a lot at one time. A fresh 2. And then I think there was probably some like residual unhappiness because like when you decided to go back to school, it wasn't a conversation. It was like, I'm going back to school in 2 weeks. And it was just like, whoa.
I just said I was going
like we
to
just
school.
never talked about like what the schedule would be like or anything like that. So it just was very fast.
It was
and,
real quick. It was never really just like planned.
Yeah.
And just knowing what it would look like.
Yeah. It was
like,
just.
all right, I'm going back to school. And then it's like, all right, I'm going back like.
And this is my schedule. And I'm in 30,000 hours and give me a week
like,
to figure it out.
Give
and
me a
it's
week.
just like, what? It was a lot. But I feel bad for it. I mean, I probably shouldn't feel bad because it was just the circumstances. But it just was like, when I think back on my journey through school, even in undergrad, like, you just kind of always allowed me, which we are two different people.
Mm-hmm.
So let's be clear. I am definitely going to want more attention. Always.
This is true.
I am definitely going to be needing the words and the touches and all that stuff. But at the same time, like, I just feel like I wish I would have gave you more. And I think that's probably why, like, gave you more of what you needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I'm super excited about this semester too, because now I'm like, not that I know exactly what you need, but I kind of am just kind of getting a good idea of.
No, yeah, I think we're gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be straight. I'm like, once I get into my master's program, that'd probably be even more.
I'm excited. I'm
flexible. So
yeah.
Cause we ride it out. We got 4 years.
Yeah.
Of this at least.
Yeah, and what I'm super excited about too is like that you are actually gonna be in the classes that like you will take. I don't want to say take stuff away from, but you know what I mean. Like it's actually like, oh yeah, and even with the classes you were taking last semester, we would have conversations about the stuff that you learned and just like the different like it was a family theories class or family systems.
Yeah, family theories.
Something like that, yeah. And I remember talking about like some of the things that you learned, and we would talk about like our family system and what that looked like and what we wanted it to look like. So I'm excited to like get all of, because we already in therapy twice, you know, you in your personal, I'm in my personal, and then us in couples. So to have other insight, like the collegiate, the scholarly insight too, I'm just super excited about.
No, yeah. So we about to knock it out.
We about to knock it out, baby.
So we'll probably have stories to tell about why I'm missing recordings or something eventually. Absolutely.
But also send good vibes, send prayers up for us and my baby's school year and all of that. I know it's going to be great, but send up prayers that it's as smooth as possible for him. And yeah, it's all going to be good. It's all going to be sweet. It's all going to be sweet.
For sure.
Maybe a little salty.
Oh,
you see what I'm doing there?
You see what you did there.
But yeah, that's really it on school. So just send us the good vibes. School days are in our future for the next few years. But I think it's beautiful. Just to kind of wrap that up, I think it's beautiful because like, shit, that's how we started.
Mm-hmm. Here we go again.
Since 2011 when we met. 2012 when we first started dating. 2014. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, baby, sweet and salty.
You go first.
I am going to go first.
Did I go first last time?
I don't know, but I'm going first this time.
Okay, what you got?
What you want? You want sweet or the salty?
Give me the sweet first, because then I can get the salty, and then maybe I could muster up some better salties too.
Okay, well, the sweet. I don't know if y'all follow Jeremy on Instagram at organic_germs, but my baby made the sweetest post this week about me. And it wasn't but about 5 lines, but it was still so sweet because it was a video from the Ode to Black Love rap party. And it was a beautiful song that was on there. And it was words talking about how he used to shy away from PDA, but how this love deserves the spotlight or something like that. And it was just so beautiful. If y'all know me, I'm a words of affirmation person. Like that, I love to hear my baby vocalize his love for me. He shows me all the time. My God, he shows me. But like, I want to hear it.
That's for sure.
I want a love letter.
Yeah.
I want a love letter.
You just got one.
Another one.
Nah.
And another one. No, I'm just like, but no, like I
You
just
got one literally last month.
I know, and I love that. But I genuinely love words. And so just to see that video, I was like, baby, what you tag me in? He's like, oh look. I looked and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It warms my heart. It don't even, as y'all can see, I just said a love letter. So it's not even that it has to be public, although I do appreciate that too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when he vocalizes his love for me, like that literally touches my soul. So that was one of the sweetest things my baby has done for me.
Well, thank you.
In a minute, but that's the sweet for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sweet.
I knew that was gonna be it.
Did you?
Yeah. And it was recent. That was just Friday.
That was
It was
sweet.
pretty good. Yeah.
It was good. The video is so beautiful. Follow at @organic_germs to watch the video. Y'all, it is such a beautiful video. Our love is beautiful.
No, yeah, it's definitely like I said in the post, like you definitely changed my opinion on just like I feel like us just being out there, being happy, showing each other that we love each other. Like people feed off of that.
100%.
So it's like why should we hide it? And when it's
Why
like
hold
that's
back?
what people be wanting.
100%.
Yeah, but they be acting too cool.
And we're not too cool.
So,
You want the salty?
let's get it.
Okay.
Whatever she say is not the truth.
So the salty is coming from a space of like I definitely understand. But it just was salty. Like it's the reality of marriage. But you mentioned kind of an episode just having like a lot going on mentally the past few weeks and stuff like that. But in hindsight, like from my perspective, it has made you highly irritable. And while I'm understanding of it, like it just was a little salty this week because like me being my normal self was triggering for you. Normally, don't get me wrong, as I can talk learning development, 5 voices all day. But me as a person can be naturally triggering to Jeremy. But we've gotten to a good space where like we just understand each other and we're not as irritable. But this week, I think with you being and I could be psychoanalyzed, I don't know, you could tell me. But you just been more irritable by me lately, me and Noah. And it's like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna be mean, but but I'm gonna try to not get on your nerves as much. But it's just like, I don't know, like we both do that. Get into moods where like we just are more irritable than normally.
Yeah.
And it's not fun. Like I love when we just vibing and having fun, but when we in those irritable spaces, it's like, oh.
No, yeah. No, we talked about it. I was just having kind of an off week. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it is what it is. I'm not pissed off about it, but that's
I know,
just
it's
salty.
Just salty. Yeah.
Salty thing about marriage is sometimes shit ain't gonna always be sweet.
Mm-hmm. All right, what you got? What you want?
Give me the salty.
The salty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what your salty is? No clue?
I did everything right.
My salty was yesterday when you called me on the phone talking about you not gonna call and tell me you about to leave? I'm like, what you mean? What you mean? Like I'm at Home Depot. Like, what you mean? Y'all not gonna call and tell me you're gonna leave? Blah blah blah. I'm like, what did you talk about? Like I call you sometimes and tell you I'm gonna leave, but like if we don't have no plans, like I don't call you when I tell me and know about to leave. Like you can always look at my location or call me and ask me where I'm at. So I was definitely salty. And she hung up on me. I was like,
okay,
right.
can I say something real quick? Have you ever overreacted and felt so entitled to that overreaction? And then like 3 minutes passed, you'd be like, wait, why did I feel like that was the right thing to do? Like, I didn't cuss you out.
Okay. Mine is the cuss words.
But like, I literally was thinking through like, wait, what was my thought process to be that mad again? And I couldn't figure it out. So I had to call back like, I overreacted. Like, I can't even understand why I did all of that. But it was just frustrating because I had this idea in my head of coming home and cooking us lunch and he wasn't at home. And I was just so frustrated. But I think I was just hangry.
Yeah, she was on one. And then tried to act like everything was fine when I came home. Like, I'm good, Miss Angry.
I'm bad, baby. That was salty.
Yeah, so the sweet though, I mean, I didn't have just like one specific thing. Stop. But I just was thinking like just, getting ready for the party this weekend, just all that we have kind of built together, this whole Ultra Black Love stuff. Like that was really like this sweet for me. It's like I really can go out and kick it with my wife, and it's like we could really low-key be on each other's hip in public. You know what I'm saying? Like just really vibe with each other and kick it and dance with each other and just seek each other out.
Yeah.
And with our friends there and stuff like that, like me and you are still like together over them. Like it's like they still like secondary. When a lot of people they get with their friends and they be like their spouse get the back burner.
Ah.
Yeah. It's like we
Yeah.
get with our friends and like we still be the
Jeremy,
still be the number one. Yeah.
twerk.
Yeah,
on me.
right. Still be the number one thing. So that was really the sweet for
So
me. I
what?
really
So
enjoyed it.
if you had to put that in a like sentence, it would just be like
Just enjoying spending time with you.
just like what we created,
Making memories,
like making
yeah.
making memories together.
Like this past 2 weeks, that's what stuck out to me the most. It's like that was really fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those are things we
And it's a little different too. Like this ain't always been us per se. Like it's
yeah.
been us together,
yeah.
but it ain't
individually
necessarily
yeah.
been us out loud.
Not yet.
So
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
really appreciate you. You make my life
Aw.
more fun.
Give me a kiss.
Mm.
Okay, well that was sweet. That was salty. I definitely feel bad about yesterday. Like I said, I couldn't make sense of it, but whatever.
It is what it is. Like I said, we have our down moments.
We do. It is what it is. Like this is just marriage, y'all. It ain't gonna always be sweet.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be salty sometimes. So, well, baby, that's really it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good too. Before we get out of here, y'all, if y'all have any good news that y'all want to share with us, please email us at info@odetoblacklove.com or send us a DM. We want to celebrate you. We want to celebrate anything good happening in the Black community. If you have any topics that you would like us to talk about or anything about our marriage or our life that y'all think we don't unpack enough, let us know because we don't mind getting into it. That's all I got.
That's all I got too. I mean, like,
Shirts.
hit us with any topics if y'all got anything like she said y'all want us to talk about. Be on the lookout. We're gonna be more consistent on our social media, so we might be posting some polls or would you rather's or stuff like that.
Yes.
And we'll kind of read some of those on here. We don't know exactly what or when on those, but be on the lookout for that. We do have a merch up at odetoblacklove.com. We got shirts to sell. So like I said, we love seeing y'all out there in the wild in our gear and stuff like
100%.
that.
100%.
So
Shout out
always
to
extra
everybody
cool.
who bought merch at the Ode to Black Love Rap Party and also the people who purchased online. We truly appreciate y'all. And yep, we can let it ride. Oh, really quick. What time is it? 7-Eleven.
We're about to watch that House of Dragons.
House of Dragons come on at 8:00 p.m. If you're tuning in, leave a comment on YouTube or comment on our social media, and we can unpack what y'all's favorite part was.
You know me, because we might have to do a little segment, maybe just for social media.
100%. Let's do a
It's Ode to
segment.
Black Love and these all white people, but
It doesn't matter.
Still
Ode to
might-
Black
still might
Love,
have to.
show of the month, a show of the.
something.
I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it.
We
'cause
might talk
love
about. We
Game
might
of
have
Thrones.
we might have to do like a little rap shit segment because they be on some little
rap shit
We
too.
might have to break down some of their because they
Let's
got a lot
do
of
it.
relation stuff.
Y'all watch rap shit?
Yeah.
If y'all watch rap shit, let us know. And let us know if y'all want us to talk about some of the relationship stuff going on. Because
We got opinions.
and Cliff ain't had no business doing my girl like that.
We got opinions.
And,
I
yeah,
don't know,
anyway.
you know what I'm saying?
But she, we can talk about it anyway.
You know, 'cause
Baby,
she-
let's let it ride.
All right, we're gonna let it ride.
We're gonna let it ride.
All right,
Peace.
peace.